Yo, what's the word? What y'all on? What y'all been on for now? What y'all been on? Man, stop it. All right, we got Les already in the building. Hey, I'm finna drop the link. One second. Hold on. I forgot how to do the shit. I damn near forgot how to drop the motherfucking link. But there we go. K Slay, what's the word? Babyface assassin. What's the word? For you a Leo, I'm a Leo too, folks. I'm a Leo too. But yeah, I just dropped that link right there, Big Les. Go ahead, drop it. Everybody y'all, if y'all didn't read the title, because some of y'all don't be doing that type of shit. That's Rooga and Scrap Pops. He got his YouTube channel busting. I got his YouTube channel in the description. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to bro. He trying to get that motherfucker up and he got some shit over there. But until he dropped the link, I want to just ask y'all this real quick. Just when you just add your name, you're gonna be good to go, my boy. Fo, Chief Keef made YB a beat. Chief Keef don't old block nothing, but it's just how it look. That shit crazy. Hit the like right through the door. Man, y'all on foe. Yeah, that nigga Chief Keef made YB a beat. I know y'all saying it's old and it's all this other shit that's going on, but it's politics. If it, you know, the niggas from Atlanta, it's 21 Savage, they feel like they gotta pick a side. And it's just Chief Keef, he's a BD. And it's just how it look. I don't it ain't gonna affect his legacy or nothing like that. But the fact he made that beat and this young boy put it on his album on purpose. That's a chess move. Let's be for real. And O Block, you see, they backdooring each other right now. They backdooring each other, doing all that other fluky shit. So you know when they backdoor Chief Keef, that wasn't nothing new to them. Yo, we got my boy Big Les in the building. How you feeling, OG?
I'm good, man. What's going on?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
No, I can't hear you.
I don't know what's wrong with my motherfucker. You can't hear me? I don't know, man. Hold on. You don't hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I still can't hear you. Let me see.
Man, it's got to be over here.
Oh,
You
y'all
still?
can? Oh, yeah, I can hear you. Hello?
You say what?
What's the word, my boy? I don't know what the fuck. They said they can hear you, but I couldn't. What's the word, my boy? How you feeling?
You can hear me now, though?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. What's going on?
Not much, man. Not much, man. I already gave you a little intro, man, but let the people know who we got in the building.
You say what?
Let the people know who we got in the building. I gave you a little intro and shit, though.
Man, you got Big Les in the building, man. Man, stop it.
Bet. Say less. Say less. His channel in the description. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to him. Yeah, I'm glad I got you here, my boy. Low key, you see the picture. As soon as before you even click the interview, you see the picture. Are you up there with Zoo? You from THF or MOB?
I'm not THF, bro. I'm 4-6 Live.
It's a difference.
It's a difference, man. Yeah, I'm 4-6 Live. You
What's the
know,
difference, man? How that shit start?
that shit started back when I was like 14. I was like 14 years old, and it started from Stones. You know what I'm saying? They was 4-6 Llamas, and my bad, they was 4-6 Llamas, and shit, I was like, shit, I want to be 4-6. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my big cousin, big brother, he was like, shit, you should show that you is 4-6. And that's how I started, man. That's where the pinkies and the thumb come from. You feel me? Real
Yeah.
talk. That's where it come from. So yeah, that's where it come from. But yeah, I ain't THF, so but they all family. Them they still in the family, man. But that's just they look, they look thing. They THF, they Woodlawn, uh, that's they time.
Bet. THF, that's the youngest set. 4-6, that's been around type shit.
Yeah, 4-6 been around, but yeah, that THF, that's the new stuff.
Yeah. Most definitely. I seen you talking about how the Mickey Cobras came about. That's been the beef that's always been going on.
You say what? Say it again.
You said I seen on your channel you was talking about how the Mickey Cobras when they started coming in the picture. And was that a beef 46 always had with that set?
With the MCs?
Yeah, like 051. Was that always some stuff that's been going on?
No, 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 no. I mean, we ain't. I mean, some of them back in my time, uh, I got into I had a few run-ins with them back in the days, but not like the beef is right now today. You know, actually, one of my nephews, he uh, he messed with my niece, so he from over there. You know what I'm saying? But no, we ain't really had no beef like that with them
Okay.
back in the day. No.
Okay, got you, got you. So in that picture that I got on the cover photo, is that Zoo? That's somebody you know for a minute. How you meet him?
I've been knowing Zeus since he was like, he had to be about 13, 14. He was a teenager, but yeah, I've been knowing Zeus for a minute. That's my man. I've been knowing Zeus for a minute. It's all respect.
Most definitely, especially if you know somebody that long. You told me what long, which was Mo's and all that good stuff. But was when did the BDs like come in the picture?
Well, basically, I mean, it's not all BDs. Everybody is not BD. Even with the younger generation, they all not BDs. A lot of them is GD too. You know what I'm saying? My era, a lot of them is GD. But a lot of them, we have mixture of people over there in my hood. Like you got people that's not nothing and they 4-6. It was just a neighborhood thing, but the BDs came and played like about 2011, 12, something like that. When Shorty and them, you know, that's where all that came from.
Okay, okay, bet. So how your kids, your sons, end up on the other side?
Well, I'm from that side. I'm from over there. I've been over there all my life. And my oldest kids and stuff like that, they used to be around there. Like my oldest son, he ran with like a few of the older 4-6 lines, like in their 30s. He used to be with them, but they was young when I moved them from over there. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
Duck, uh, all of them. My son Rooga, my son Brokey, all of them. They know what's going on where it come from. And my son Scrap used to want to go over there when he was like 10 years old. And I used to take Duck and Scrap used to go to a lot of Raheem parties. They used
Hmm.
to go to Raheem parties that his mom used to throw for him, and I used to just drop him off over there. I used to drop Duck off over there. I used to drop my son Scrap off over there. And they used to go party with their cousin Raheem. So
Hmm.
yeah.
That's cool as hell. I was just gonna ask you, do you answer that about everybody being related to Raheem? Was there ever a time where it's like you seen your sons hang with the other 600, like with the other sides before the beef got serious?
Yeah, I mean, they played ball together, all that. It was like I said, they hooped and everything together, like Minnie Moon, like Inky Dink, C-Day from 600, him and my son Scrap, and Ruben them went to school together. 600 Makado, that was my son Scrap best friend. So, I know C-Day, I know Minnie Moon, I know Inky Dink. I used to talk to them when they used to go play in the gym on 62nd and Wabash. Duck and all of them, Duck mama stayed across the street. So they all played ball together. They used to walk from 63rd and Wabash over to 63rd and, STL. And, what I'm saying? My son Scrap used to walk from 56 in Michigan over to 62nd and, past Front Street, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Before it really got bad like it did. They used to, they talked and they played ball together and everything.
What would you say made it even get to that level where they couldn't hang with each other no more before the guns?
Man, I don't know. I guess the internet, and a lot of the internet got something to do with it. Uh, and to be honest with you, a lot of times they used to like fuck with my son Scrap a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what type of beef they had with him, but like I say, they stayed trying to like pick on him and shit like that. So basically, my cousin Brick did an interview with what's his name, Zach TV years ago before he passed away, and he told me like he told Zach that the reason that war really kicked off was because of Scrap,
Mm.
because uh, Zach never put that out there, but my little cousin told me he told Zach that. It's got a lot to do with it with my son.
Mm. Rooga gave us a little insight. He said Scrap was bad as hell. He said he was low key. He was on some tough shit with a lot of people. Not tough like he wasn't tough, but you know what I mean.
No, my son was like, I don't see nobody in here though. Can I see the people?
Yeah. I'm not sure.
I
Like the
don't see
comment
nobody.
section.
You're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you. Oh,
But you
okay,
trying
but
to
I
see the
can't. I
you trying
can't
to
see
see
them.
you trying to see the comment section?
Yeah, I was just trying to see if I could see them,
I
but
don't
I
know.
don't
You
see
probably
them.
be able to see the comments like I can see. If you click the little comment, if you on your phone, if you click the little comment square, you'll be able to read all the comments and shit.
Oh, you say the little chat square?
Yeah, you can read all the chat.
But I don't. I done fucked up.
You can still hear me though.
I still hear you, but I fucked up. Let me see, man. I see you, but okay, I'm gonna go back to that, man. I ain't gonna fuck. But say that again. Repeat that again. I ain't gonna
Uh,
fuck.
no, I was saying Ruger gave us a little insight about it. He said Scrap he was really like that back when he was a young dude.
Yeah, he was. He was like that. But I don't want the people to get the wrong idea that my son was just savage like that. You know what I'm saying? But he
Yeah.
was he was cool, and he just got he got jumped on a few times. You know what I'm saying? Out of his little life. Uh, like I say, when you put a bag of motherfucker to the corner, when they come about that bitch, they coming out. And
Most
that's what
definitely.
happened, man. He came about that motherfucker, and it's like the savage mode. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So, but he was actually a good kid. He was but he did used to keep his brother. Ruby used to be on top of him. Trying to keep him out the way and stuff like that. But he was a bug. He was really a bug. You know, he was a bug once he started being out there in the streets, and he was a bug. But
You
Ruger had to stand on top of him.
you ever tried to move him out the hood?
Have I ever tried to move him out the hood? It's
Yeah.
uh like wherever we move to, we always try to move to a hood where that we ain't got to worry about. I'm quite sure a lot of parents do that. That we ain't got to worry about the other side of them getting into it with these guys. We try to move them to a hood that they familiar with, with their same surroundings of, you know, people they mess with. But yeah, we done moved out the hood. We moved to the burbs and stuff like that. But we wind up coming back to the city. And I wish I could have got my son out of town. But he was at that age where Scrap was gonna get to where he had to get to.
Mm.
He was gonna make it to wherever he had to go, man. You know. So
Low key, I heard Tay 600 say something about in one of his interviews he did. I think it was with Ken Capone. He said you came down there and asked him. You asked 600, I should say, not to do anything to scrap. Is that true?
I mean, if I did, man, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Because uh, any father, any parent don't want to see nothing happen to their kid. But no, that's not true. That's false. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
ain't said nothing like that, man. I didn't say nothing like that. For one, they father really from the trenches. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm old, I'm wise, man, and they not telling the whole truth. Like I said, before all this really started, 4-6 really wasn't messing with them like that. You know what I'm saying? 4-6 wasn't on. They was on go mode on whatever I come with them with. You feel me? They would have been on go mode. So no, I would never go to them talking about uh uh please don't kill my son. No, what happened was him and Bite Down got into it at the center that I was telling you about. They hoop at. Now
Mm-hmm.
I was at home. I was at home getting ready to leave. So he come in the door. He pissed off now. He mad as hell. You feel me? So he had a little scrape, like a little scar on his face, like they was tussling or something. You feel me? So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what happened to you, man? Oh yeah, I just got into a bite down. Them niggas just tried to get down on me or whatever. And I don't think Duncan was up there. They wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? Because it really wouldn't have went down like that. But I said, well, what was McAville at? Well, McAville was there. So I said, where he at? He across the street. So I went across the street to address McAville. I went to talk to McAville because McAville like a son to me. You feel me? Like McAville slept in my house. McAville was with my son every day.
That's
Way before
McAdoo.
this. Huh?
McAdoo and McAdoo, that's the same person?
That's McAville. McAville is McAdoo 600. He was with
Okay.
my
Cool.
son every day, man. Every day. McAdoo 600 and my son Scrap was together every day. You know what I'm saying? So I went to address him like, what happened? I said, you let them niggas try to jump on my son? Pops, I couldn't do nothing. Now they all out there. There's a lot of kids out there. You know what I'm saying? And I
Mm-hmm.
don't really know who. I really ain't know nothing about who Tay was. I didn't know him. I know McAdoo, like I say, C-Day. I knew who Rondo was. Stuff like that. Little L.A. Capone. I didn't know who Tay was, to be honest with you. But no, I don't know. He got something mixed up, man. I ain't never come to none of them talking about, please don't kill my son. If anything, I pleaded my son not to hurt y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
no, that never happened, man. That never happened. That never. That's why I addressed it. I addressed it that when I saw it one day, I woke up and I get on YouTube and I see this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm gonna go ahead and address this. You know.
Most definitely, most definitely. What happened between Scrap and McAdoo? I heard they had a little falling out.
I don't know what happened with McAdoo and Scrap, man. Uh, what happened? I don't know. It's just like I said, McAdoo was 600 all the time. You know what I'm saying? So 600 didn't like my son Scrap. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they used to come around and try to. They made McAdoo and forced McAdoo not to hang with my son no more. But McAdoo was down there with MOB every day. They was in hallways kicking in McAdoo there. They trying to pick on McAdoo and stuff like that. But Scrapper run, Scrapper tell them, man, y'all leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't
Mm-hmm.
touch him. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what that was. But the as far as the falling out part, right after that shit, I took him down at the McAdoo crib to get his controller, his
Mm.
game controller. You know what I'm saying? I went to get it. I was like, McAdoo got my controller, pop. So we go down there like this stuff is bigger than way deeper than what people, think it is. You know.
Yeah, most definitely. Rooga, he touched a little bit about it, but could you tell me a little bit about the first time Scrap got shot? Was that like a sit down, let me talk to you, son moment?
Yeah, what happened was, man, I wasn't there, but from what I get, my son told me, uh, that they come over there to his homie crib, little birthday party, and you got some, other little uh mixed mob. Every hood you go to, you got a different set. So
Mm-hmm.
you can't go to nobody else's hood just thinking you tough and just thinking you gonna really just, that's your hood, take over
Mm-hmm.
their hood. And that's basically what he did. He went up in there on some old, and from what I heard, he supposedly stole on one of them. I don't know what transpired or what happened, but I heard he stole on one of them. And, Shorty broke up out the crib. He went behind her, chasing him or whatever, and went downstairs. And, motherfucker, when he opened the door, motherfucker was right there. He break back upstairs. He got hit in the leg,
Mm-hmm.
And my son Rooga chasing behind him, and he, come back like, man, I'm hit. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what happened. I went over there on some old, my son was really, and I talked to him, man, I don't want people to think that I wasn't talking to my son. I wasn't in my son's life. Because I was in my son's life 17 years. I've been there with him till he got up out of here. People always talking about his stars from home. You know, I've been there with my son. I had talks with my son. So all that. People always try to judge another person, and they kids go through the same shit. They ain't no different.
Most definitely, you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. After he got shot the first time, it seemed like Scrap. I don't want to say was in more things than Ruger, but how was Ruger able to avoid a lot of the stuff that Scrap was going through? If you don't mind me asking.
How's Ruga able to avoid all the stuff?
No, it just seems like he was more focused on music. That was pretty much what I was getting to with that question.
Uh, my son Ruga, you know, don't get it twisted. My son, he he street. You know what I'm saying? He street man. But he more humble. You know what I'm saying? He grew up, but he was in them streets too. And people get stuff twisted. Like you know he wasn't, but at the end of the day, he grew up and he always been his brother's protector. He always tried to, that's his little brother. You know what I'm saying? But uh,
Mhm. That was more than enough said right there. That was more than enough said. But I seen Scrap. He had some music too. Was he
yeah,
always was he rapping before Ruga? How that even happen?
he was rapping around that time, because Dusky got a few songs with my son. Dusky on some songs with him. Uh, to be honest with you, man, I'm gonna keep it a buck. My son really got caught up in that street life. He got caught up in that drill shit for real. Whereas that he was doing music, but man, he was in them streets. I talked to my son like that song they got him Duck and Rooga. Um, that song they got, I forgot the name of it. But Duck in it, Ruga and Scrap singing the chorus, the perfect part. But I asked my son because I was there and I was holding the light up for him. And he was like, "This Scrap song, he made the hook for it." You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? I was like, "Why you ain't put no verse on there?" And he was like, I want my brother and my cousin to make it.
mm,
That's what he told me. He said, I want my brother and cousin to make it. But he actually could rap. He actually had bars. He actually had flow. And I
mm-hmm,
believe if he put a lot more energy in his rap, he would have made it up out of here.
mm.
Yeah.
Was Duck the reason they started rapping?
Well, Ruga been rapping too. Ruga been rapping a long time, man. A lot of people don't know he been rapping, but you know he around that time I went to the joint. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when he came back, that's when I think he went in like 2010. I think he came home 2011 or something like that, 12. But he been rapping, and I think that's why Scrap started wanting to rap because he saw his brother rapping and Duck rapping. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
uh, but Rooga been rapping, so Duck just was really like gone with it. Duck was really into it. Rooga was like, you know, off and on. He was rapping, but I started having him singing. I had him doing shows, singing and stuff like that. So he was more singing, doing shows, singing, and Duck was doing a lot of rapping and shit. About 218, when Duck
Mm-hmm.
came out with the slide, my son told me like, I think I want to rap. So I was like, shit, go ahead, and he took the rapping shit serious, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Most definitely. To tell, see, you already might as well, you just open the door for that. I was low key thinking about this anyway. You don't mind telling me about the time when Ruger blew up when you knew he was making
When I knew he was making it,
it? Yeah, like
uh,
his come up.
I knew he was gonna make it all the time, and I knew he was gonna make it. So when I used to hear him singing and stuff like that, I knew he just had a gift. You know what I'm saying? And that gift was to sing and he could rap. So the time I really knew when I saw that he was gonna make it, it's like he kept putting in the work. He was putting in the work. He started getting real serious with it. He started dropping his music more. I know how my son worked. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a different work ethic on how they work. So he started doing what's that Independence Day. You know what I'm saying? He dropped Independence 2. He was doing little raps with Dusky and my son. Like he been rapping. But when he did members and he got his first meal, I knew and I was watching, I watched him all the way through. And I knew I like, yeah, he reached his million, you know. And then he wind up turning around, do exposing me. You know what I'm saying? So when he did exposing me, I'm like, yeah, and I watch all reactions to his videos, and I could just see the people on the reactions how they rocking with him. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
knew, man, and that's how I knew Duck was gonna make it too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you know, Kales is my homie. I grew up with him, and I saw him from when he started his thing, and I knew he was gonna blow. So I be knowing when somebody gonna blow with that talent. So I knew my son was gonna blow. You know what I'm saying? And it's just
Mm-hmm.
about having patience with him. You know.
Gotcha. Low key, I seen this live. I don't know if you seen it. Where Ruger was explaining that he had 1 million views, but he was broke. He had millions of views. When was around the time you think he started getting money? Did he sign a deal, or did he figure out his own independent shit?
No, he was broke. I mean, you can get all the million views you want. You know what I'm saying? And till you figure this shit out. Start figuring it out. The YouTube situation. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they all getting the millions of views. And to me, they was getting ripped off. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Because they was putting them on somebody else's platform, and they was getting millions of views and wasn't getting a dime off of it. But
Yep.
he reached his first million off members, and yeah, I don't think he got nothing off that. But once he started, I hooked him up with a manager. You know, furthermore, I'm his sole manager first. You know what I'm saying? I have my son out there, putting him out there, trying to do shows to get him recognition, to get him known. So I'm putting him with people that I'm thinking is, manager quality. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when he hired him a couple of managers. You know what I'm saying? So first manager, don't get me wrong, he my homie, but he really wasn't. You know, I'm watching everybody and everything. Like I'm watching to see how you gonna handle your business with my son. You know, because I've been around and I know that you got to put in work. You feel me? And but my son started when he did, like I said, when he did numbers, then he did exposing me. You know what I'm saying? He grabbed a little change off exposing me. So
Mm-hmm.
they paid him. So I said, yeah, you know, are you there? You know what I'm saying? Then we
Mm-hmm.
started doing shows. He started getting paid for shows. Once he started getting paid for shows, I'm already knowing like, yeah, he on his way. So uh shit, that's how I knew that he was gonna make it. And you know, you go from all them levels. You go from doing free shows, you know what I'm saying? You watch all that shit. Then you start getting all this recognition, and then you start getting paid, and you know that's how that shit go. And I knew from that point, like, yeah, he gonna blow.
Most definitely. Did many ever try to manage Rooga?
He said something about it, you know what I'm saying, but uh, that wasn't gonna happen. He said something about it, but that wouldn't happen, man. I don't have nothing against Manny. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Situation with my cousin and Manny, you know, I just let my cousin, handle his business, but he got caught in that father figure shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
you thinking a person that's a father figure to you, you know, and he gonna do the right things for you, and that don't always be the case, But I let Duck handle his own business, and I ain't trying to get too deep in his shit. I ain't never asked about his contract or none of that. I just put people in his face. If I put somebody in front of my son Rooga, I put people in his face too. If I put him on the phone with somebody, I put him on the phone with somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So uh that's it. But yeah, he tried to manage my son, but that wasn't gonna happen.
I don't blame you. Everybody got their reasons. So, with you being a cousin, you related to Mama Duck? Like that's your blood cousin?
My blood first cousin, my mother is her mother's big sister. So we blood family. That's my blood little cousin. I'm more like a big brother to her than her cousin. But yeah, she my blood first cousin. But that's my blood cousin.
Did you ever kind of like try to intervene and help her and help her out when she was going through all that stuff?
With Manny,
Just the whole contract situation, just because it seemed like you
yeah,
you got some
yeah. I
friends in the
mean,
industry.
I talked to Manny. I talked to Manny called me. Man, Manny and I talks.
Mm,
And yeah, I talked to Manny, and ain't no bad blood or none of that. I respect Manny. He respect me. And we talked about it. And he told me that, Les, I'll give it to her. That's what he told me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have nothing. He told me that, a lot of people don't know that, but yeah, Manny called my phone. He talked to me, so, my cousin, anything she got going on, she gonna call me anyway, man. She always call me, man. So, you know, yeah.
yeah, most definitely. So I seen Duck sign the deal. I know you was happy about that. But did Ruger get signed off exposing me, or did it take a little while after everything, after all the work you put in?
Well, no, he ain't get signed off exposing me. You know what I'm saying? Shit, that G Anthem. So, G Anthem came about, shit, that's what really did it. You know what I'm saying? That really opened up the doors for my son and put him in a good place. So yeah, the GD Anthem and like he say, if you watch any of his interviews, they ask him like, and I'm the one he talk about when he say my pops got people in the industry,
Mm,
so that's how that came about. So yeah, with the GD Anthem and I know people. and I'm always gonna help him, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to get to where he got to get to. So what happened was with the G anthem, I had talked to somebody. I went backtrack with my son with somebody on Instagram, and he reached back out to me, and he told me he had talked to my son. So you know, that's the type of stuff that I do as a parent to my son and try to help him. So I talked to him, and then he called me back like he said he was. He hit me back, and then when he hit me back, we was talking. He was like, "Who you want me to reach out to?" So I put Devo on the phone with me because Devo is everywhere with my son. So I want Devo to really know what's going on because he be with my son. So he was like, "Who you want me to reach out to?" So I told him who I wanted them to holler at, and this guy named Jay Boogie, and he was like, "All right, I'll get with him." So after a while, he called me back probably a week later, and he was like, "Man," he told Jay Boogie, but Jay Boogie was like, "Who is he?" You know what I'm saying? He was like, "His name Rooga, and his pops must say he know you." And he was like, "His name Les." He was like, "Yeah, I know him, because I know him from being with R. Kelly." You feel me? So
Mm.
Jay Boogie was like, "Well, do you got paperwork on it?" See, in this game, whatever you do is paperwork. It's got to be a paper trail. So he was like, "No, I ain't got no paperwork on it." So basically, what you really talking to me for? You
Mm.
feel me? You ain't got no paperwork. Why are you talking to me? Is he signed to your management or stuff like that? But I told him, I said, I thanked him, and I told him I appreciate him for trying to help me. So he told me he was gonna keep me posted. So my son fucking around with the GD anthem, and that shit became a hit, and this shit went viral. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then I'm sitting up north one day talking to my cousin. I get a text from my man, and his name Malik Youssef. Malik
Mm.
Youssef. He in the industry.
Definitely.
Malik Youssef write for Ye, one of Ye
Okay.
writers. He Grammy nominated, all that. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh-huh.
Malik texts me like, "Where y'all at?" And I'm like, "Shit, what's up, bro?" You know what I'm saying? He like, "Yeah, me and Jay Boogie trying to have a call with you and your son." You feel me? But my
Mm.
son, he was with I think he was with Lil Chris. They was somewhere, and I called my son. And I was like, "Yeah, Malik just called me and said they trying to get up with you. Jay Boogie trying to have a conference call." So he was like, "Yeah, Lil Chris trying to get up with him now, cause Lil Chris he from out west, where Jay Boogie from. So he know who he is. You feel me?" But
Mm-hmm.
that's how Kanye got involved because I hollered at Malik Youssef, and Malik put Ye and play with him. Called my son with Ye on the phone. Put Ye on the phone with my son, and that was history.
That's how the Donda thing came about.
That's how the Donda came about.
Damn, you just broke that shit down perfect. I was wondering how the hell that happened. But
Now,
low
a lot of
key,
people want to know.
we
Huh?
can't just brush past. You said you work with R. Kelly. That was I put that right there as soon as you said it. You know R. Kelly?
Yeah, I know him, man. I don't be trying to really, but I know him. You know what I'm saying?
That's how
Yeah,
that
man.
duck. That's how the
That's
R.
my
Kelly
man.
slide came about.
With the remix with Duck.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's how that came about. Like I say,
that's
I was
crazy.
when we was on the road coming back from Cali, and when I first saw Slide on YouTube, I saw it, and I jumped out. I got out the truck, and I took it over there to Rob and let him look at it. And when I showed it to him, he damn all these guns in that video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I'm like, yeah, this is my little cousin doing the shot. He like, yeah, So we get back home and shit. I'm at work, because I work the morning shifts. So when I come in that morning, we shoot to the trunk. And we shoot to the trunk. Uh, he driving, so we get over there. It's me and him. So he listening to Tank, some remix with Tank, and he was just, he be doing that. He get in the mode. So when we get out the car, I say, you would have killed that motherfucker, wouldn't you? He was like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, what about that slide song with my little cousin? I know you'll kill that motherfucker. He was like, hell yeah, nigga. I said, you'll get on that? He was like, hell yeah, tell him to send the files over. So I called Duck. You know, Duck and all of them know that I fuck with Kels, you know what I'm saying? All of them. So I called him and Duck was like, I said, yeah, Rob said, you know, he want to jump on that slide remix. He was like, I said, that's cool. He's like, hell yeah, what you mean, nigga? That's Kels. So that's how that happened. Then like 2 days later when I come back to work, after that, when I come back to work, I'm sitting out there again. He come out about 9, 10 in the morning. He called me in the studio. He like, Les, come on, man. You know, we sit outside the trucks and shit. So he like, Les, come on in, bro. So I go in and shit. He like, man, I'm done with that motherfucker, Joe. Done with that motherfucker. So I go back there and shit. We sit in the studio. He put that bitch on. I already knew what he was gonna do with it. It's just that they couldn't really do nothing because of, you know, what he had going on. So that's when I got it sent to me. They sent it to me. So when I got it sent to me, I went to my cousin's house and I played it in front of his mama. She went live with it. He was on live playing, and I'm watching her live, and everybody, damn, that's R. Kelly, you know, how the fuck? And my cousin was like, see, you know, my cousin the plug, you know what I'm saying? And she Duck came walking in when it was playing. He never heard it. So he walked in the door and we was playing it. He went straight to the back. So I go to the back. I say, you heard it? You know what I'm saying? How you like it? He, man, that's Kels. That's all he said. He don't say shit else. He just couldn't do nothing with it because, you know, my man was on that case. So they couldn't really get into it, you know, like they wanted to.
Damn, that's crazy. That's R. Kelly. Regardless of all the bullshit, you know what people think about him. But low key, I want to ask you this. You be seeing them documentaries about scrap and all that shit?
You say, do I be seeing them?
Yeah, them documentaries like Chicago Scene 88 when they make documentaries about, it's a whole documentary about your son. It's multiple of them.
I be watching them, man. I watch that shit, man. I watch it. You know, a lot of that shit, they be, you know, they be saying stuff, and I just be, you know, they don't be, you know, knowing what they be talking about. So, yeah, I be watching it.
Okay. Do you feel like any of that stuff that they were saying made your son a target as far as scrap?
Do I feel like what they saying in them documentaries?
Because it got to be like street rumors. I don't know where they getting this information from, but it's whatever they saying this shit. A lot of people got to be saying it, and I'm wondering if they were saying it back then as well. Like, do you think that got anything to do with just how things played out?
No, I don't. No. That's just no. I don't think that's got nothing to do with nothing, bro.
Most definitely. You mind taking me through the day when Scrap unfortunately passed away?
Through the day when he passed away.
Like when you heard, yeah, like how was it? If you don't mind me asking.
You say how was he?
Not how was he, but Rooga, you know, I'm pretty sure you seen this and like you seen everything about him. But Rooga did this little interview saying he got shot for a second time, and he told Scrap not to go out the door. So I was trying to see if you can get more about that story.
Yeah, that's the day that me and his brother Brokey, his cousin Goldie, we went to pick him up. He was at home. But it got to be the day Rooga was talking about. But I didn't see Rooga because I didn't go in. So we came to the back, and my son was coming downstairs. And he was like, I want to hoop. That's the same day. That's all in that day. So we jump in the car, we ride and shit. Me, him, and his brother, one of his other brothers and stuff. So we ride and shit. We go to the hundreds. And he kept saying he want to play basketball. But you got a hole in your chest that's not even all the way healed yet. You know, it take a minute for that shit to heal when you get shot at shit. But he didn't. He want he wanted to hoop. He loved to hoop. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to play some ball, because they used to get it in. And oh man, you can't hoop, man. Your ass can't hoop. This is what I'm telling him. So we driving and shit. So we go out to the hundreds to my son Brokey mama house, and we park by his mama house. And matter of fact, our car ran out of gas. To be honest with you, but his mama stayed right across the street. So they went to get some gas. My nephew pulled up, and they went to get some gas. My nephew Goldie, Brokey, and my other nephew, they went to get some gas. So me and my son Scrap sat there in the car, and I had a one-on-one talk with my son. And I was telling my son I was gonna get him a car because I usually normally pick my son up from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how these streets is and what he was a target in the streets. He was a face. So I told him I'm gonna get you a car. I'm waiting on this money. I'm gonna get you a truck. And he was like, "You gonna give me a car, Pops?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got you. I promise you." So, they come back with the gas. They gas it up. Then we ride to 103rd and State, and they put some more gas in the car. So we pull up in the gas station. The dicks pull behind us. So as the dicks pull behind us, they bail out. It's a female and a guy. And the female come to the car. Me being me, I know how to talk to them people. And I'm glad I was with them. So I was like, "Yeah, how y'all doing? Yeah, these my sons and my nephew. We finna go play some ball. They finna go hoop. We just stopped in to get some gas." So she like, "Oh, okay, it's no problem." And she wasn't really on shit. But she looked in the back seat to my son Scrap and said, "He looked like he up to no good."
Mm.
I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? So he was just looking at her like he really wanted to. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he gave her a little smirk. So we leave. He was like, "Man, I want to hoop." They was like, "Man, we finna go get over some females, Joe. We ain't finna hoop." We like, "All right, just take me back to the block." So we wind up taking them back to the block, man. I wish I'd have took them home. But we wind up dropping them off to the block. About 6 something in the evening. He was going to see one of his guys' cousin go on prom. So he went to see somebody go on prom. So we took him down there, and he was down there ever since. And they dropped me off at home, and I go bowling. I come back home about 11 something. My son Scrap called my phone at 11:45. He called my phone like, "Pops, can you give me Rico number before he go pick up Duck?" So I'm like, "Why you ain't at home, bro? Why you still outside?" He like, "I'm finna go home now, Pops. I'm just trying to get Rico to come get me before he go pick up Duck." So I'm like, "All right." So I text him, my little cousin number. God rest my little cousin soul too. He got killed. But anyway, I give him my little cousin number. So when I hang up from him, I text my little cousin and I say, "Please go get Brian." But my little cousin told me he ain't even get my text. So I was so tired I fell asleep on my bed, sitting up, just laying back. And I get a ring, my phone buzzing on top of my chest. And man, it was like 1:30 in the morning, man. That was his homie Nut, one of his boys, Nut. So I get that call, and Nut on the other end, Pops. I threw the phone, man.
Mm.
I knew it. I said, my son gone, man. You know what I'm saying? You say what? Yeah. Yeah, so I threw the phone, man, and I knew it. I said, "Man, my son gone, bro."
Mm.
I knew it, man. I said, "My son, I ain't got no car, none of that, but somebody come pick me up. They was coming to pick me, come over." So I wind up, I left, ran out the crib, running down the street.
My bad, dog. You want chicken Alfredo?
I ran down the street. My bad. That was my son.
No, you good.
I mean, he interrupted, man. Just give me something, man.
Shit
But yeah,
sound good.
chicken Alfredo, yeah. So I break down the street. She picked me up somewhere down the street, man. My mind was gone, man, at that time. I was lost, bro. I wasn't right, man. I'm still not right, but I know my son, man. He don't want his pops running around his bit. But I hurt more for my kids than anything because I know how they love their little brother. And that really hurt my family and my kids.
Most definitely. I can imagine, man. I can imagine that grieving shit lasts a lifetime. I'm sorry for your loss. But I wanted to ask you about this too, since Raheem was on the other side. Before I get to this question, how do it feel when it's family versus family? Is that something you try to intervene in, or you just let the streets deal with it?
Well, it wasn't no beef with 4-6 with
No.
MOB. That wasn't no beef. That when Raheem was alive and Scrap was alive, Raheem came around all them. Scrap went around them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't no beef with 4-6 and MOB, period. Because Raheem, you know, they didn't he was young. He wasn't number 15, 14. Scrap was young. So it wasn't no beef. Wasn't no beef. So, I know how my family is. I know how Raheem is. Like I know how he is. He loved his family. And Scrap loved his family. And Scrap used to want to go over there, hang over there on 4-6 when he was like 10. And I told him no. I told him no. I didn't want him hanging in the hood where I come from. I didn't want him to hang up,
Mm-hmm.
where I come from. I didn't want that. No, no. But that beef, it wasn't no beef like with Duck, Raheem. It wasn't no smoke with none of them. With Bay Zoo and all them, and with my family, it wasn't no smoke. But, you know, shit just over the years, not MOB, not 4-6 and 2 and MOB and all that type of shit. That shit never happened when my son was alive. They never came over there because they knew my son was over there. My son never will go over there and be on no bullshit with none of them because he know that's where I'm from. And he know I had a relationship with a lot of them, little shorty. So he wanted never him or Duck. Duck just said that right before he died. He was at his mama's house. A day before Duck died, I was at his mama's house. And Duck was like, the older 4-6 shorties that's around, he was like, yeah, I fuck with them. He like, it's just the younger ones up under that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I fuck with 4-6. You know what I'm saying? Duck was shaking up 4-6 with me, man. All his life, bro. I had him shaking that up.
Mm-hmm.
All my little cousins, Brick, all of them. They was young. They know all about that over there.
Most definitely. I wanted to ask you about this too, just uh to feed off that. You mind taking me through the moment when Doug walked through that funeral service for Raheem?
Uh, yeah, we was standing outside. Everybody was standing outside. And I think I was inside. But somebody like Duck out here. So I go out there, and you got, you heard Lil Gino, uh, that's Raheem's cousin. Gino, like my nephew, his daddy is like my little brother. Gino THF too. And you got, a lot of the 4-6, they all out there, everybody. So Duck and them pull up in a van. He bail out, he bail out with his cousins, my sons and all them, so they bail out. So he walked straight past everybody, and they just looking at him. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't doing shit but looking at him, and he walked all the way down the aisle, and I stood in the back watching him, and I stood in the back, and he just walked straight down the aisle, and she went down there, paid his respect to his little cousin. He said he was gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And his funeral was on 46,
Mm.
46 in Greenwood, where I'm from. That's where my son's scrap funeral was at, on 46 in Greenwood, a year before Raheem's. My
Mm.
son left from 46. That's where he left from. That's where his funeral was at my church. So you walk in, Duck walk in, kiss his cousin, pay his respect to his little cousin, come out, standing outside. He standing outside with everybody else. Wasn't no type of, but I was in the inside. And when I walk outside, I hear commotion. So I hear some commotion and shit. So I'm like, hold on, what's going on? So my nephew Goldie, uh, my son Broken, Duck, little cousin. I got a lot of little cousins and shit. So I hear Duck say, man, motherfucker, I heard that come out of his mouth. I instantly intervened. I'm like, Duck, nah. So my man that was standing right there, you know what I'm saying, was little Bobo. And like I said, my nephew, which is Gino. You know what I'm saying? Like my nephew. So, everybody upset about Raheem. You feel me? Everybody, his friends, his family, everybody. But this not finna go on right here. So I told my little cousin Duck, my nephew and them, I got this. Feel me? So I got there and got to hollering at him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what's going on? I just jumped in between it. I hollered at my man Bobo. And he like, man, we'll go to war for you. His exact words. We'll go to war for you. War. I know that, but this is my family. And this is their family, bro. So that's gotta stop. Ain't nothing finna go on at this funeral, bro. You know what I'm saying? Took him around the corner, hollered at him, because it's always somebody there that's urging it up. It's a nigga, I don't even know him, but he calls himself 46. But this a motherfucker. Now I'm quite sure. I'm really thinking it was crack. That's what I really thought it was. I'm talking about from how he was talking, how he be talking now. I'm thinking it was somebody that was claiming the 6 THL. And I took him around the corner and I told him, man, look, that shit ain't gonna happen. Like, who is this? Oh, that's who. No, man. He tried, oh, my bad. I ain't know. He tried to shake my hand and all that. Oh, bro, you don't even, that's what I'm talking about. People, you can't get in family shit, bro. Like, that was serious. That could have went it could have went a whole nother way, man. And there was too many innocent people out there.
Most
So
definitely.
that's what happened with that Raheem funeral. But everything was smooth.
Man, I just even learned something new in the middle of that. So scrap, even though, like you said, there wasn't no real friction between MOB and 46 until after Scrap passed away. So when his funeral being on 46, there was no type of problem. You know how funerals be. They be getting like
No,
shot up and shit.
no, no, no. That was already clear. Like, they knew that. Like, they knew that was just the respect factor. I don't care what going on right now. It's a lot going on, but at the end of the day, they did not disrespect my son's family. A lot of them knew my son. They all knew my son. They knew that was my son. They know that's where I'm from. They know this is my neighborhood. So I already made that known that it's not going to be a problem because some of my son's homies was worried, literally. They was like leery of coming over there, bro. They was like, we gonna be good, pops. Yeah, y'all gonna be good, man. We gonna go to, this, see your boy sent off, and everything good. But I was getting a lot of like, a few of them was calling my phone, talking about Ike, Young Money sliding through. They hit through, they was around. They was saying they was in the area. I didn't see them, but they was in the area. Only one of them came over there by me. You know what I'm saying? He didn't come by me, but he came and stood across the street. And, Lil Sasa, he came and stood across the street. And I walked over to him like, what is you doing over here, bro?
Mm.
He, man, I'm just trying to make sure you was cool. No, we good. You know, so I had like the little older member, couple of my little older niggas that's up under me and up under Raheem's father. They was with me. You know what I'm saying? So we good. But I need you to go back to where you was at. And he did. He went back to where he was at. And they called a few times, talking about, man, your money keep riding through. Look, man. And that's what I told him. I know every exact word I say, bro. I said, my son, fuck with the money. And that was before, it was like, that was before a lot of shit. My son was fucking with Young Money. So they want to show their respect. They gonna show their respect to my son, bro.
Most definitely. Like, that's some deep shit. And I just heard you say something too. You said Raheem father, he had some rank in 4-6. I didn't know that. I thought he was just, got intertwined with the streets, but his dad was
That's
a
my,
real.
that's my, yeah, that's my, that's my blood first little cousin. He my
Mm,
blood cousin. Me, him, and Shayna, our mothers are sisters. Mama Duck, all our mamas are sisters. So his daddy was Walt Diller. 4-6, he was not THF. He was
okay.
not. I saw something on that too on the blog that Walt D, THF Walt D. No, you know, he was not THF. He was
Mm,
4-6 line. 4-6 line. That's what it is. So that's what his daddy was. And his daddy was one of the members.
okay. Good. Thanks for clearing that up because I heard Zoo was messing with Raheem mama, and I thought that's how everything came into play. I seen the little picture of a happy family.
No, Zoo started messing with Raheem mama after the fact that my little cousin passed away. My little
Mm,
cousin died in 2005. So I don't know what, you know, Raheem mama, that's like my little sister. That's what I call her. So uh I don't know how Zoo got, they started messing around, but yeah, that's Zoo baby mama and that's his, but I got a lot of love for Zoo and I ain't, anything that my nephew Raheem got into, anything he got into, one thing Zoo never did, bro. He never tried to put his hands on my nephew. He
mm,
always called me.
mm,
he Les, hey Les, man, you know what I'm saying? He let me know, Raheem disrespecting him, anything. I'm on Raheem ass. And I'm telling him, you can't do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't, because Zoo, Zoo, he was a young man and he was with his mama, teenagers have problems with, you know, stepdads or whatever, but at the end of the day, that's Zoo's son. You feel me? Zoo raised my nephew. Zoo loved my nephew. Zoo's son is my nephew. I call him my nephew. You know, all of them, they're my nephews, man. You know?
mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Zoo loved Raheem. He had enough respect to let me know, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not gonna touch him, he's just gonna let me know. And that's respect.
Well, yeah, that's respect. That's most definitely respect. Something that I
Mhm.
seen since we speaking about THF members, I seen Billa say he was related to Duck, and when Duck passed, did anybody that was I say on the other side show up to his funeral?
You said who said they was related to Duck?
Billa, THF Billa.
Oh, Billa say related to Duck.
Mm-hmm.
No, I watched Billa grow up. Billa is, he THF, but Billa really 4-6 live. He 4-6 period. But he under the act with Zoo and them with the THF. So but Billa really 4-6 live. But like I said, that THF came along later on. But Billa He 4'6", but he he not blood related, but blood can't make a motherfucker closer. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
that's my man. I watched Billy grow up. He grew up with my oldest son. Like that's one of the persons my son used to be with. My son, little less.
Mm.
I used to have, Billy. He a couple of years older than my son. Him and my other little homie Trebo. Trebo 4'6" too, but Trebo, they used to look out for little less.
Mm-hmm.
They a couple of years older than him, so they be like, man, Trebo Bill would be like, man, we finna go kick it. Let Les come with us. I let Little Les go with him. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Little Les used to hang with him.
Now that's what's up. That's what's up. I wanted to ask you about this too. What happened with a basketball game between like Duck 300 and 600? I seen you speak on that. Like a brawl or something happened.
Oh yeah, it was a brawl, man. It was a it was a brawl. Like, we was at the gym on 62nd, and they was hooping, man. Like everything was cool, but when you play ball and certain people can't take when you rocking their ass, you know. They was basically playing against each other and some on the same team, but they was playing against each other. And like I say, my son Little last the one I was talking about, he was killing them on the court. Some and as we walking through the door, it's me, Mama Duck, my little cousin, my son Scrap, and my son Little last. Now we walking through the door. I'm walking out with them. They going to get them some water. So as we walking out, I think Buddy was from 300. So as we walking out, one of them called my son Little less a bitch. You a bitch. So when he say that, my cousin Mama Duck say, what the fuck he say? And before I know it, she fired him up. She didn't play, man. I ain't gonna lie, she didn't play, man. So she fired him up. And when she fired him up, my son Scrap fired him up. Now Little less fired him up. You know what I'm saying? So now they fighting, then they start fighting in the inside and Duck and Brick and all them, and they start fighting them niggas, you know what I'm saying? And it was a rumble. They was fighting all them, and it was a big fight broke out. And shit, I ain't touched nobody. I'm just standing there like, damn, And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't just saying to say that's my family. Yeah, they made the niggas run up out that jump. The niggas got up out of there.
Mm.
They got up out of there. Niggas ran up out of there. They couldn't stand that pressure.
was
That
it
was
any of the,
pressure.
was it any of the 600 members that you recognize?
Yeah, it was I really think they were just really fighting uh 300.
Okay.
Cause 300 was in there too, but 600 was in there too. But I don't think they really like got into it like that. They just got up out the jump. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got up out the jump. But yeah, that's what really happened. A couple of 600 members probably was fighting with them. You know what I'm saying? But Many Moon, Inky Dink, all of them was in there. A lot of them the 600 niggas.
Was it ever a beef that you had to like? I don't want to say save nobody, but you had to intervene just because you had rank in certain areas.
I ain't had no rank, man. I never took a slot. I
Mm.
never had a I never had a spot, no type of region, none of that, bro. I never had it. And I think it was just the respect. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people just respected me. I never had to have no type of rank or spot in my neighborhood or nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? It's just how you treat people. You treat people with respect, they treat you with respect. And I treat a lot of shoulders with respect, you know. And uh,
Mm. Okay, most definitely. So when Doug died, when he passed away, Was that something that you didn't expect? Because it seemed like he knew how to move through the city.
Yeah, man, I used to always say, man, I ain't gonna lie, though. I used to always be like, Duck, I ain't think a motherfucker get up on Duck like that. I ain't never think a motherfucker get up on my son Scrap like that neither. Cause of they block, how they block was. I wasn't even really worried about them because I know how they was on they block. But that day with Duck, no, I ain't really think that. I ain't see it. And I was just on the phone with Duck. I called him that morning. We talked, we play cards every day. That's all we did. And I called him that morning. I'm like, "What's up, Joe? What you gonna do?" Cause he died on the 4th of August, and his great grandmother, which is my grandmother, her birthday was August 5th, and we was gonna plan to do something on the 4th. We was gonna barbecue that day and play cards. So when I called him, he was like, "Man, cuz I gotta go downtown right quick for my son." Now, when I called him, I'm on FaceTime because I got me an iPhone. So when I called him, he fell out the chair laughing. And we talking this shit. And he was like, "I gotta go downtown and shop for my son for his birthday." So I'm like, "Okay, cool." So he go downtown. So I call him again. I'm like, "What's up, cuz?" It was like 2 something, 3 something. And he was like, "I'm still downtown, cuz. But man, we gonna meet at my mama's house." I'm like, "I bet." He was talking to me on the phone. He was, on the phone. So now I called him back again. I got his uncle with me in the car and my little brother. So I called him again. But they was like, "We're gonna play somewhere else or at his mama's house." But when I called him back this time, he wasn't looking the phone. Cause somebody had ran past his car. It was an op.
Mm.
So he ran past the car, and my nephew was like, when I'm talking to him, he like this. He not looking at me in the phone.
Mm.
Feel me? So he
Mm-hmm.
trying to watch these niggas. So the nigga ran past. So I said, "Okay," trying to see if we gonna play at Hottie crib, or he like, "No, he studied doing this, but we playing at my mama's house." But he never looked at me in my face on the phone.
Mm.
He's like, "We gonna play at my mama's house." "No, we playing at my mama." I'm like, "All right, cool." You know what I'm saying? So I never even saw it. I never saw it. And I hung up from him. I ain't gonna lie, like probably 5 minutes later, his mama called my phone, man. Mama called my phone, man, screaming and shit. She like, Les, please go get my baby. Go check on my baby. I'm like, who? She like, Duck. And I was on my way back with the cards. I was on my way back. And I rolled past the house and kept straight downtown. She was like, Duck, they shot Duck. What? Yeah.
Mm. Damn. So you was on FaceTime with him right before it happened.
I was on FaceTime with my cousin. Like, he got killed. It was like 4 something. He got killed at 4 something. He got killed right after, literally a few minutes after I talked to him on the phone.
Damn.
Yep, probably like 5 minutes later, 6 minutes later, she called my phone, man. Yeah, man, that shit was crazy, bro.
Damn, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that, man. But it seemed like he finna get his justice though. Everybody caught.
Yeah, man, they should have known they weren't gonna get away with that shit. If they think they was gonna get away with that, man, they super dumb. That's a high profile, man. Then y'all did that shit downtown where them hunkies at. Hell no, boy, y'all want them to get away with that, bro. Y'all ass tripping. Y'all ass tripping, bro. Y'all ass thought y'all was gonna get away being motherfuckers like Boss Talk. Man, stop it, man. Stop it, man. What you talking about, man?
You seen the interview?
Man, stop it, man. Yeah, man. Now he want to get out some shit. Oh, I don't want to rap no more. Man, stop it. But
Hey,
I want
speaking of
to
that, subscribe to him, man. Stop it. That's the channel.
see, man. But I want to see all of them, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I lost my son to these streets, but I want to see a change. You know, and that's really the direction I'm aiming in. So, I mean, I want to see a change, man. I got something big, and I got some special guests. And I ain't gonna say no names. I'm gonna let people soak on that. That's gonna jump on my podcast with me. We gonna. I got somebody special, man. You know, I'm letting people know. I'm working. I'm working, and they'll see it. Everybody see it, man.
Most definitely, man.
Let them wait. Let that shit soak in. But yeah, I got somebody special that they gonna see you. We gonna be in the same room, man. They'll see it.
Everybody go subscribe to him and make sure y'all catch that. And I got one more question. I don't want to hold you till you in here dehydrated. I appreciate you. I'm gonna go ahead. I gotta ask you this though. I want to ask you about that fight that happened between Lil D and Scrap at court.
I was at home, man, and I didn't go to court with him this particular day, and his mama went with him, and he told me bumped heads with Lil D, and then they got the instantly they got the rumbling. You know what I'm saying? They got the fight, man. I'm like, shit, what happened? You know, my son, shit, he a gangster. He was real. You know, shit, you know, shit, he got out. You know, his mama was like, shit, that boy, D was a little bigger than him. You know, but my son ain't scared to run up on nobody. You feel me? Straight up, he ain't scared to run up on nobody. But I know, like I say, he really didn't like none of them. I ain't gonna lie. He ain't like 600. Period.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Was that the Lil Durk incident at court when Lil Durk supposedly got hit in the mouth?
No. I don't got shit to do with that.
Okay. There was a few court incidents I heard about.
No, look, that Lil D was in there on some other shit he had going on. Bad as hell too. All of us, all over the place until shit. So that's what that was.
Would you say Dusky was Scrap best friend?
What I say, Dusky was Scrap best friend. No, man, that was his brother. Yeah, he had love for him. He loved Dusky. That's Rooga's best friend. That was Rooga's best friend. You know what I'm saying? They different eras. Dusky was more hanging out with Rooga. They was in the same age bracket. My son looked at Dusky like a brother. Scrap loved Dusky like a brother. They loved each other. When my son died, Dusky broke off house arrest. He loved house arrest, man, when that shit happened. So yeah, but that's my son Rooga's best friend.
Damn.
Like I said, Makado was more, best friend like on that side. But my son had a lot of good friends, but one of them is Booger. He locked up. Booger is my son's like best friend. Him, Juice Man. My son love all his friends though, every last one of them. And but Juice Man used to be with my son all the time, man. He used to sneak Juice Man in my crib. You know, his mama used to catch his ass, and she used to be pissed off at his ass. But Juice Man basically lived with us.
Mm. Okay. Damn. All right. I want to ask you this too. I seen you speak on Brubber, THF Brubber on your channel, man. Was he really that wild?
Yeah, he was wild, man. But like I say, man, a lot of these kids, these guys, they be wild, they be acting and all that, man. But it's a whole nother side to them that people don't know, and that's what I'm giving. The other side, they just got the savage side, you know, of him. They want, that's what everybody just a savage, you know. And he was like one of them niggas they didn't play with. They hollered at all that. Old block, none of them people, man. 06, none of them really want to play with Short. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was really like that. But he was cool, man. I used to meet him over in the WIC when he was a shorty. I used to meet him over there when he was young, you know, getting with a few dollars here and there, I used to just try to stay in their ear and keep them on the right path, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's my little homie, man.
So I don't know if you know or not, but was that Brubber who threw shit on them COs in that video?
Yeah, that's bro.
Damn, I thought it was
That
clickbait.
was him. That was him hide the knife on the motherfucking neck and all that.
Damn.
Yeah, he told him don't come in this room. He had the knife to the motherfucking neck. He ran that county, man. He ran that county jail.
Damn. What exactly is he booked for? I don't think I ever even heard that.
I think he just booked on some robbery shit. He
Mm.
had, he had a real fucked up juvenile background. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I never heard him booked on no type of murders or none of that, but I think he was just booked on robberies. Some type of robberies and shit like that. They give you a lot of time for robberies. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I think that's what it was. But yeah, bro, yeah, he was a hothead. He was a loose cannon. But he
Mm.
was cool. I ain't never had a problem with him. He never disrespected me, so
And when Rooga dropped that "Expose Me," did you try to steer him away from making that type of music, or was that something that you just looked at like, "That's what you gonna do, son"?
no, I never tried to like steer him away from it, but he really don't like that type of time of talking about people like deceased people. He don't like that, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, Duck don't like it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like I say, when people keep picking and doing this and that, and then when they come back with some shit and they better than
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
don't really like the talking about the dead people. I don't like that at all. I ain't gonna lie. But shit, like a lot of other motherfuckers rocking with their family. Yeah, I'm rocking with mine. You feel me? I'm rocking with my son, rocking with my cousin. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's time out for that right now. You know, we lost too many lives. Everybody dying. Time out. Y'all got kids now. And I'm talking about Dirk. I'm talking about Dirk. I'm talking about Chief Chief. I'm talking about Lil Reese. I'm talking about all them little niggas. Everybody, my son, Rooga, everybody, Nemo, all of them. I'm talking about all y'all, man. It's time out for that shit, bro. Y'all gotta stop it, man.
Mm. You brought up Mimo. That was reminded me. I don't know if you know this, but is it true his daddy was selling fake stuff out his van? It's a dude who do that
I
out
don't
west.
know. They know about that more than me, my kids and them. So I guess he said this shit. I guess it is true. I mean, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Got you. But just to piggyback off what we was talking about, man, how do it feel? Because you know King Von, he most definitely dissed your son in a lot of songs, man. How do it feel when you hear that? And how could you even opt for peace when you steady hear your son being mentioned disrespectfully?
I just look at it like I said, man. I don't condone in that shit, but I just look at. I don't know Von. I don't know him. So, really it didn't do nothing to me, I mean, I just look at it like the shit crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that shit didn't bother me. I look at it, upset me, yeah. It do, but at the end of the day, man, that shit crazy, bro. I don't know Von, I don't know Mimo, but Mimo only doing that shit on, everybody know why he doing it.
Mm-hmm.
He want to keep his name in his mouth, shit like that. But no, Von or any other rapper like uh, Boss Top said his name years ago on one of his songs.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But to be honest with you, I know Boss Top whole family, bro.
Oh yeah.
I grew up with his cousins, bro. His uncles. Yeah. Greg, Neil, his grandmama Diane. I know the whole family. I know the Diggins. Yeah. They 4'6", bro. Come from where I come from.
That makes sense because Rooga did a live saying how him and Boss Top was cool in the county, and how everything was good when they was locked up, but in the free world they ran into each other and Boss Top
But
tried to.
I don't think he knew that, man. But
Mm.
my son told me that they had a relationship in there, and this is before all the war kicked off. So when they come home, they came home into this war.
Mm.
My son told me they came home into a war. He said, but they actually was cool. They was cool. They was locked up together.
Yeah, I heard that too. I heard that too. And one last thing I wanted to ask you, man, because we've been rocking out for a minute. I appreciate it. I just learned all types of shit, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to him so y'all keep learning more. But Ruga got this thing going on with Lil Mo. Is you advising Ruga to sign Lil Mo, or is he even signed to Ruga? What's going on with that?
No, he not. He not signed to my son. No, Limo was signed to. He was signed to another. He signed to somebody else. But no, Limo is family, man. Limo is my son too. I love Limo, but he just be trying to stem the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But no, he's not signed with my son.
Okay, got you. It just is that something that is. I see Lil Mo as somebody who got a lot of talent but need a lot of guidance. Is that something
Yeah,
that you trying to offer him? Kind of like what you did with Ruga?
yeah. He needed. I talk to Limo all the time, bro.
Mm.
I always talk to Limo. Like I say, Lil Mo, he love me, man. I love Lil Mo, and I'm always talk to Lil Mo. You know what I'm saying? But he's young, so we gotta keep that in mind that he's still young. And the mistakes he making, he got to grow and to know that you know he got to change. And I
Mm.
see Lil Mo changing, you know, but he young. We gotta remember that he a kid.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
ain't
he a
lying.
kid. He a kid.
I just seen him at the lakefront, and in the summer I seen him at the lakefront, and I was like, "Damn, what are you doing right here?" It's like when you see Ruga living such a good life, it make people think they fell out, but I know that ain't the case. And I was when I
No,
seen him, yeah,
no, they ain't fall out. Man. They
yeah,
ain't fall out.
shit. When I seen him at the
Man.
lakefront though, I was like, somebody need to put him under their wing.
They cool, man. My son got Lil Mo. He got Lil Mo. He ain't gave up on Lil Mo.
Cool.
My son ain't gave up on nobody, man. He no, he ain't gave up on Lil Mo or nobody else. You know.
Mm. Did you see online was people like I guess they from MOB. You can probably let me know if they are or not. They was trying to come for Ruga instead of paying pretty much dissing the little things that happened over the past few months. Did you see that?
Scrap game.
Say it again.
You talking about scrap game?
There you go. Yeah, scrap gang. I don't understand that because the gang named after your son.
Yeah, I said the same thing, man. But they straighten that out, That shit that they go through, man. But I knew it wasn't gonna go no further, man. I knew it wasn't gonna go no further because the love y'all got for his brother, you know, I knew that it'll change, that. And then, I talked to certain ones. I talked to them, and they talked to me. They called me, So no, no, that ain't they good, man. But that's in every hood. That's what everybody. You see what Cairo done.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody gonna go through that when you like somebody make it out their hood. And I always told my son, though, I ain't gonna lie. I told my son, you're not gonna be able to take everybody with you. So you need to know that when you get up out of here and do what you gotta do, you can't take everybody. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
don't forget who your people is.
Mm.
Don't forget who your people is. One thing I said about my boy Kills, man, uh, I always had a number on him. He flew me in and out. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, just don't forget who your people is. That's all I'm saying. You probably can't take everybody, but when you get to where you want to get to, snatch snatch up. You put them in a position, you put them in place. You look out for your people. You gotta look out for your circle, man.
Most definitely, most definitely. So MOB and Scrap Game, them two different things. I thought they was the same shit.
They the same, bro. They the same.
Okay. Okay, bet. Appreciate that. I had to ask that. Look, man, hey, I appreciate you sliding through. Usually, I open the end. I ask the guests if you did you want to open up the chats for anybody to ask you any questions.
Yeah, open it up.
All right, cool. I gotta say, respect my guests. Don't say nothing stupid. Don't get on here being disrespectful. Your ass get blocked. And we're gonna limit it because bro just rocked out for an hour and a half. We ain't gonna
Yeah,
do
we
too many
gonna we
people.
gonna we gonna cut this one short. They gonna ask a few questions.
Most definitely. Go ahead. I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link right there. People be scared though. They be acting like they be saying so much in the comments. When I drop the link, they scared to click it. I don't know what it is about.
Is there anybody in there?
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. There's a lot of
There
people
should
up
be
there.
there should be juking, huh?
Yeah, I had to take a break when my mama passed. I got to get back
Yeah,
on. I got to get back on that grind.
I'm sorry to hear about that, man. For real, bro.
I appreciate it,
I think
man.
I
But
told you that I sent you something saying I'm sorry for your loss, but yeah, I lost my
man,
mama, so I know I feel your pain.
yeah, you reached out to me, man. I appreciate that. Because that shit was hard. I didn't know I was gonna quit this shit, but she didn't want me to. She would have been in the building watching. So shit,
You
it
can't
just
you can't give up, man.
no. Death. You went through a lot of losses yourself. So if you can't
Yeah,
give up, I already know you gotta be. I gotta be strong.
you gotta be strong, man.
But
You
yeah,
ready? You ready?
yeah, I dropped the link. Ain't nobody click it. So that's it. I ain't finna give y'all 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
wait. My boy C Hood in the building. And speaking of C
Yeah,
Hood, Swipe wanted me to tell you what's up. I don't think he can make it tonight, but he wanted me to tell you what's up. He said he look at you like
yeah.
an OG.
That's my man, man. Swipe. He tune in all the time with me, man. He always calling me, man. I'm proud of Swipe. I'm proud of him.
Oh,
See
nigga.
Hood. I don't think I know see Hood, but I be seeing him, and I'm proud of him too, man. I'm proud of him for what he's doing, man. I want them to continue doing what they're doing, man. And we gotta learn how to look out for each other. You feel me?
Most definitely.
You know, Hood,
What's up? What's up? What's up? My bad, man. Hey,
much
Big Les,
respect,
man.
man.
I want to tell you, man. I come from the area for real, and be doing my thing, man. Uh,
Right.
I congratulate you, bro, for even getting out here at your age, where you come from a time when it was structure and shit, man. So
Yeah.
it's certain shit that motherfuckers don't talk about and do, but you coming with a different message. You know what I'm saying? You on the same shit me and Swipe on for these kids in the future, man. Um,
Yeah.
how it feel like this a question because everybody be asking me this question. How I feel being around all them niggas who would had potential to being superstars, or just knowing them, just being able to ride by and they knowing who you is, like explain the type of feeling that is, because a lot of motherfuckers don't know what that shit feel like.
What, to be around a lot of people that I be around?
a,
Is
a
that the
lot of a
potential?
lot of the people that you be around, and just for you to know, D Rose and all type of other motherfuckers who, you know what I'm
Man,
saying,
that,
was in this shit for real, for real. Like, they don't know that feeling, bro. And they be
yeah,
asking me that all the time. And you know, it's nothing that I can get them and say about that shit, bro, because I don't even know the feeling. You feel me? So I'm trying to ask somebody else, like, you know, that shit like priceless, bro. You hear me?
yeah, it is. But
For on my
um,
perspective, what's your perspective on it?
my perspective, man, is just like being around them and seeing them and watching them and knowing there was a lot of potential with them. Uh, I got none but good love for them, man. And I want to see all of them make it. You know what I'm
For sure.
saying? And D Rose, man, like
For,
he
for
showed nothing
sure.
but love when he did what he did, man. So I can't do nothing but respect him. You feel me? That's why I say, man, it's
For
like
sure.
we got to stop looking at the savage, you know. And a lot of them kids got hearts, you know. So I don't look at all that, bro.
Facts, facts. That's just something I wanted to get on and ask you, man. You know, I'm supporting you and rocking with you, bro. X-Man Rico, he was one of the first motherfuckers who shared one of my videos and gave me an opportunity. I appreciate, bro. Me and him to have behind the scene conversations and all that shit, man. Real ass nigga, man. I
Yeah,
just
I
want to.
bet.
That's something I just wanted to ask, man. I just want to tell you, keep grinding, keep doing your thing, man. And the real nigga see you, bro.
I appreciate you, see.
For sure,
Real,
for
real.
sure. You, hey, X Man, you too, bro. You remember I got on here when Buddy Ass was on that at West California. Well, he's from Wisconsin.
Yeah,
The-
yeah, most definitely got on that bacon his ass. He's from
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It wasn't gonna happen, man. But I'm keeping it
Uh,
trill though, bro. I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep grinding, doing what y'all doing, man. Y'all keep
me too, man.
producing this content, cause I'm fucking with it, man.
most
All
definitely
right,
love.
man.
Appreciate that, C
Ain't
Hud.
nothing but love, see
Love,
you.
love, love. You
All
know, like
right. Yeah.
Dutch.
But yeah. Yeah,
All right.
X man. So I appreciate it, man. And let's just stay tuned, bro.
Most definitely, man. Y'all go subscribe to Big Les. Hey, I appreciate you sliding through, my boy.
Y'all can hit me up on IG too under JHE Pops. Just hit in JHE Pops, man. And
Hey,
hit me up on IG.
yeah, make sure y'all go show the OG some love. Most definitely.
I appreciate you, bro.
No problem, Big Les, man. Stay tuned.
I'm out.
Ooh, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right, y'all. Hey, I know y'all hear that shit in the back cooking. I'm hungry as hell. I'm finna get to eating. Hey, Made Media. Hey, Made Media, you been here the whole time. I appreciate you rocking, gang. I was finna ask him that question, but I ain't wanna. I know the nigga mouth dry. You know, you get that feeling and shit. I'm like, man, he got to go get some water. I ain't want to ask him too many questions, but it is some people backstage. I'm gonna go ahead. If y'all still want to talk, I'm gonna go ahead and let you through. What's the word
What
with
up,
you?
man? I appreciate you liking that video I sent you, man. But now the question I have for him, I just wanted to know, you know what I'm saying, knowing a lot of the shorties around there, like how many of them just truly, you know, but didn't know how to express it, just wanted the water in, you know what I'm saying, just secretly wanted to be over, but had to kind of like keep up that image, you know what I'm saying, like they really wanted it.
Hmm.
You know, and if they were, you know, looking for a way out, you know what I'm saying, if it was presented. That's all I want to know.
Most definitely. Shit. Hey, you can still ask him that. I got his channel in the descriptions. Man, stop it. He go live every
Yeah.
day, 3-4 times a day.
Come on through the, I'm at work, man. Somebody had to come up. All right.
It's,
Come on around to the other end right here.
it's all
All right,
good,
but
man.
yeah,
Just
that's
make
all I
sure you
want to
subscribe
know.
to bro. Subscribe to bro. He gonna go live, bro.
All
You can still ask him.
right, I'm gonna do that.
All
Good
right,
looking, man.
all right, my boy. Shit, all right. Are you done cooking? You done? No? But hey, look, one thing I gotta say before I get out of here, because I wrote some small talk just in case it took him a minute to get on. Did y'all see that shit with everybody was saying Zoo is free? The nigga still incarcerated. I did my research. Zoo still locked up. Don't get y'all hopes up. I know we praying for this man to get out. Regardless, he ain't killed nobody. So you don't want to see nobody get lost in that system. But that's how quick a rumor could spread on the internet. DD shared a video of smirking everybody together just to show love to Zoo, and everybody took something and ran with it. And then I gotta speak on this too. Gotta make it quick. Digi Prada. Hey, look, shout out to FYBJ, man. I'm not one of them bloggers that hate these rappers because they quote unquote taking views from us because they got a better story. Hey, that story worth money. I'm glad they getting paid. But what Digi Prada came out and said was some shit that needed to be spoken about. There's a lot of small YouTubers who make tight beats. They get their shit taken all the time. And I didn't know J-Man was making that type of money, bro. He said he about to bring out the lawyers. He trying to sue him. I'm like, damn, Shorty making that much money off the music? You know, just on the outside looking in, people thinking and trying to make fun of these rappers for being bloggers because blogging where the money at. But actuality, J-Man was shaking the bag. And it's just unfortunate. Digi Prada said he only got paid off one song they did together. And so he got a couple thousand off that one song. So J-Man got a lot of songs in the millions. And I just wonder, like, was it bad business? That's how artists get fucked up when they first start jumping into the rap game because they doing bad business with themselves and other people. And that's like, was J-Man? It's like it's like if you knew to pay Digi Prada for one song, then you knew to pay him for the rest. But that's why I ain't a rapper. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't do none of that shit. But Digi Prada speaking out. He's speaking out. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I just want to end it on this too. People want to say Chief Keef bogus for all whatever, but you got to think. Dirk didn't want to get on the I don't like originals. Dirk was supposed to be on the besides Lil Reese. Chief Keef Chop told him get on the song. Dirk said he walked out the studio, he walked out the session and never sent his verse. So it's like damn, Dirk, you already got this image of somebody who, you know what I'm saying, a little funny acting. And the fact that you didn't want to get on this global ass record, it's a big global hit. It's a smash hit. That song right there made Lil Reese. Lil Reese was already rapping with Dirk. They was trying the shit. They didn't get nowhere until Chief Keef came in the picture. So you missed out on your big, like Dirk could have been up. Lil Reese is bigger than Dirk because I don't like. So it's like, did you not get on the song because you seen the potential? Niggas know, bro. Niggas know and bitches know. When Pappy said that was the most universal word for anything because it's like, regardless of y'all, or say for instance, y'all don't know me. It's people out here who do know me. So it's like you don't really have nothing to prove if you really live a certain way. But I wonder, was Dirk really hating on the nigga? Yeah, go ahead. I was wondering, was Dirk really hating on the nigga? Like, why you didn't get on that? You seen the potential of the song, or was you really not fucking with Sosa? You know, was you really one of them people that Sosa was talking about that didn't really want to help him rap in the beginning, didn't want to give him features? It makes sense now. It makes sense why it was so easy to get into a beef with Chief Keef because you already didn't like the little nigga. Probably thought he was slow. Like, look, you know, Chief Keef he wore the same outfit for about a month straight, and that's cool. The world loved it. It looked like, man, Shorty in the streets so damn much, he didn't change his drawers. That's how it looked to the world. When nobody talk about Sosa, that's how good it is. And it's like, damn. So Dirk probably was like, man, that dirty ass nigga, whatever. I just believe that's most definitely what's going on. But look, I appreciate y'all for rocking out with me. I'm gonna go ahead and dig my face in this food. Hey, look, I'm back live once a week. It don't even matter, man. Or I'm gonna just keep it to when I got special guests or some shit. I don't know. We're gonna see. But look, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gone. Subscribe to Man Stop It podcast is in my description. Make sure y'all subscribe to bro. I watched all his videos. That shit, he dropping gems, man. I'm gone. I know what the fuck it is. Fucking ain't.